Today in this explainer, we're breaking down the 10 AI platforms that are literally replacing your phone and completely overhauling how we live and work in 2026. Let's get right into the data.
So picture this scenario. Your doorbell doesn't just chime when someone walks up anymore. Instead, it actually recognizes your best friend, greets them by name, and tells them exactly where you hid the spare key because it knows you're running 5 minutes late. Welcome to 2026. We are looking at a massive shift here. Devices like Amazon Ring and Google Nest cameras are basically acting as automated, highly intelligent hospitality. Amazon's Alexa Plus is now providing these contextually appropriate greetings, while Google's Nest cameras use AI to instantly summarize recorded clips. You can just casually ask, "Hey, who came by with a package while I was out?" And you get a complete, accurate verbal summary without having to scrub through a single second of video. It's wild.
Section 1. The new voice standards. We'll be looking at the sub-800 millisecond rule and speech-to-speech architecture.
To make this work, these new agents require a completely non-negotiable paradigm shift. And honestly, latency is absolutely king here. Look at that number, 800 milliseconds. In this new landscape, any digital assistant with a response delay of over 1.2 seconds, it's considered completely obsolete. The 2026 industry standard strictly demands sub-800 millisecond response times. It has to feel exactly as fast as a real human conversation, otherwise the illusion breaks and the whole platform just fails. Okay, so how are they actually pulling off this incredible speed? Well, it all comes down to speech-to-speech or S2S architecture. Older systems had this massive knowledge gap. They used to hear your voice, transcribe it into text, generate a text reply, and then synthesize a robotic voice back to you. That pipeline took forever. S2S processes audio natively. This means the AI isn't just hearing your words, it's actually hearing your tone. It preserves the emotional nuances. Sarcasm, laughter, empathy, it creates a truly human feel. Pair this natively emotional voice with deep contextual awareness, meaning the AI knows whether you're talking about this room or that email, and you have the absolute baseline requirement for any agent operating today.
Section 2. Consumer and Smart Home Agents. Welcome to the living room battle.
The consumer battleground right now is dominated by 3 distinct titans. First up, Google Gemini Live. This offers hot word-free, ongoing conversations, so no more repeating "Hey Google" every 5 seconds. It starts free and there's a pro tier at $19.99 a month. Then we have Amazon Alexa Plus, which leans heavily into its massive ecosystem with Prime Video and Ring integration. That one is free for Prime members or $19.99 as a standalone. And finally, Apple Siri is pushing a massive large language model overhaul, bringing native reasoning specifically to the iPhone 17 and 18 models, rolling out fully in iOS 26.4. Now, the really crucial point here is how these ecosystems leverage deep integration to solve actual physical world problems. Gemini Live is so deeply embedded into Google's world that you can point your smartphone camera at a broken dishwasher and literally have the AI troubleshoot the flashing lights with you in real time. Alexa Plus, on the other hand, remains the undisputed queen of the smart home. It actively remembers your family's food preferences and allergies to recommend tailored recipes. Just keep in mind, to unlock the full scope of those Alexa Plus features, you're going to need compatible hardware, like the Echo Show 8, 10, or 21. But what happens when we leave the living room speaker behind and look directly at our mobile screens? Well, Apple's second-generation architecture introduces an absolute game-changer. They call it on-screen awareness. Siri can quite literally see what you are currently looking at on your screen. You could be reading a restaurant review on a web page and just say, "Send this address to John," and Siri completely understands the context. It grabs the address, it texts it, and you're done. It's a massive leap forward from mobile-first interactions.
Section 3. Enterprise and Developer AI Agents. These are the hidden giants.
Pivoting over to the corporate world, we have platforms like Retell AI. Retell is the absolute specialist when it comes to natural turn-taking. At just 7 cents a minute, this platform handles interruptions better than anyone else out there. You can cut the AI off mid-sentence and it instantly stops, listens, and pivots, exactly like a real human would. On the flip side, we have PolyAI. This is the enterprise workhorse, built specifically for massive scale in heavily regulated industries like banking and healthcare. It's a custom B2B solution that guarantees 100% compliance, and it seamlessly executes secure handoffs to real human agents the moment a situation escalates. Now, if your priority is pure hyperrealism above all else, you have to look at 11 Labs conversational AI. Starting at around 12 cents a minute, this is widely considered the absolute gold standard for pure voice quality.
If you're building a system and you want a brand-forward concierge voice that sounds 100% human to your customers, this is for sure your platform. Plus, it brings native-level fluency in over 30 languages to the table, making global scaling pretty effortless. Okay, I know exactly what you're thinking. With all this perfect fluency and lightning-fast latency, what's the catch, right? Well, despite the incredible industry hype, reliability is still a massive hurdle we have to clear. Current data shows that platforms like ChatGPT can still hit a 33% hallucination rate on highly complex questions. So while these autonomous agents are incredibly powerful, they are certainly not flawless. Strict platform vetting and careful oversight are still absolutely critical.
Section 4, Productivity and Solo AI Agents. Let's talk about your solo AI team. Let's dive into an incredible outlier in the market right now, Lindy, Voice Assistant. Lindy isn't just a voice answering your trivia questions. It's a no-code builder that essentially runs an entire business backend. It connects seamlessly to over 4,000 different apps and operates using more than 100 specialized templates. You can actually start for free, and then a pro plan kicks in at $49.99 a month. You literally just dictate plain English commands, and Lindy manages your calendar, triages your email inbox, and conducts deep research. It's exactly like having a highly competent full-time ops manager sitting right on your desktop.
Now, for the absolute power users, there is ChatGPT Advanced Voice. Like we touched on earlier with the speech-to-speech architecture, this platform natively processes tone. It boasts unparalleled emotional intelligence. It picks up on your sarcasm, your frustration, or your excitement instantly. Access to this native voice engine starts with a $20 a month plus subscription. But there's also a heavy-duty $200 a month pro tier for professionals who need unlimited, high-speed access without any constraints. And for pure, streamlined office productivity, let's rapidly compare two absolute essentials. Otter.ai basically acts as your ultimate AI secretary. It joins your Zoom or Teams meetings, takes meticulous notes, and lets you literally search through months of audio conversations. You just ask, hey, what was the budget we discussed back in March? And it finds it instantly. Meanwhile, Microsoft Copilot is the absolute powerhouse for the Microsoft 365 ecosystem at $30 per user per month. It lets you dictate Word documents flawlessly, and it can even read your Outlook emails aloud to you while you commute.
Section 5, How to Choose Your Agent. Let's get into real-world deployment. When it comes to deploying these tools, step 1 is simple. Pick a task, not a platform. Please don't buy AI just for the sake of having AI. If you're a developer building custom routing, use tools like Vapey or Retail. If you are a non-technical business owner, platforms like Synthflow or Dopty are going to be your best bet. Step 2, verify your telephony. If the agent is handling real phone calls, it has to support warm transfers, meaning it can smoothly hand a caller over to a live human, and SIP trunking, which is the back-end tech you need to route those calls over the internet reliably. Finally, step 3, and this is absolutely critical. Always opt out of training data. Protect your confidential voice conversations from being used to train someone else's future AI models.
We started this explainer talking about the death of the traditional voice assistant. But the real undeniable insight here isn't just that these synthetic voices sound so much better today. It's that in 2026, we have definitively moved from reactive assistants to proactive agents. We aren't just asking a plastic cylinder for the weather forecast anymore. We're delegating our client phone calls, our internal meetings, and our home security to software systems that can genuinely reason and act on our behalf. The gap between a machine and a highly trained human receptionist, it has finally closed. So, I leave you with this final thought. Which autonomous agent is going to run your workflow? Take a look at your options, choose your subscription, and let me